Hey, what's up everyone? Here's a small clip on how I reused an old locker bed and turned it into a raised bed for my garden. What do you guys think?
Alright guys, it's kind of late now, but this is the finished result. And catch me on the next video as I'll be upgrading this into drip irrigation that will be automated, tapping into an existing account.
I'm pretty happy with the finished results. What do you guys think? Sit back, relax, and let's get started.
Now from here, we're going to be attaching one of these so we can keep the existing line from continuing, and we'll be making one going out the other direction. I'm going to keep it in the open position. I got some hot water. I had a viewer mention to me that I can use some vegetable oil. I promise I'll be trying it soon. And from here, I'm going to go a little bit tight. I don't want to go too high. Get some of this hot water, pour it in directly, just to soften the plastic. Looks like the water's going back up, which is pretty cool. Let's see. So this is what we had before. I haven't had a lot of good success with these. I think I got to get better at what I'm doing and use more than maybe one tape. I'm going to go ahead and cut that. Get our water, dip it in the cup. Hey Rocket, you want to say hi? Oh, there's Cindy too. Cindy wants to say hi. Rocket, say hi. This is my friend Sam's dog. All right, that looks good. Now we're going to go ahead and run the hose to be heading towards the other side. We went ahead and attached this adapter, ran a PVC up. We got a T, which will allow the water to continue going up. It's going to make its way to the right. And up here we put a cap because we actually will be upgrading and making some changes to this bed. But for now, we're going to go ahead and continue to run it down, run it under, which will eventually make its way up. We're going to go ahead and let it sit for a few seconds. Now it's time to lock it. This technique may seem a little time consuming, but if you have issues with your hands, as I do, experiencing some things, definitely be very nice for you to have a little easier way of working in the garden when you do have some limitations. And from here, we're going to be running another hose in. Okay, so this is the progression we got so far. And we're going to put it underground shortly, but for now, we'll leave it as is. From here, it's going to trail down. Let me see if I can insert this one without the hot water. Yep, it is doable, it just requires a little bit more force. There we go. And go ahead and insert it here. So much easier. Climb it up, cut it, and we're going to do the same. Dip it back into the water. Now, you can kind of take your time, cut it quickly. It's up to you. Gonna go ahead and tighten this up. And move on to the next one. Now in this part of the video, we're going to go ahead and tap into the 1/2 inch drip emitters, and we're going to trail it down to using one of these, one of my personal favorites, drip emitters which are 1/4 inch. From here, every 6 inches, you'll be getting another one, where I plan to using it to space out these strawberries and asparagus that I companion planted. There's a separate video for that. Okay, in this part of the video, we're going to go ahead and tap into the hose that we have back there, which is a 1/2 inch hose. From there, we're going to be punching a hole. There's a few different types of tools that you can use. Most kits usually come with something that looks like this. There's a blue one that I absolutely dislike, and I wouldn't recommend that to my worst enemy. This little orange one is much better. They're also give you the option to purchase something like this that can allow you to punch it. It's a lot easier on your hands, but these two would be my ideal go-tos. For this one, the area that's blue, that's the area that I'll be punching in a hole. So if you're wanting a hole facing away from me, behind me, I would pick the blue to go to the back. Let's go ahead and pierce the hole in the back. From there, we'll be using this connection that will unite this hose with the other one, and the same would apply with that existing hole that we made. We'll be punching this in and putting an end cap once we cut it. Let's get started. So from here, I can go ahead and just start inserting this one. You actually can use the hot water approach as well, but for now, I'm just going to do it like this. Perfect. We're going to punch a hole. You can use either or. I'm going to try to use the blue one. If not, I'll hold on to the side. And from here, I'm just going to go ahead and select this area. We're going to go ahead and use the blue behind me and press. We have a hole. From there, get this part, and we're just going to insert it in. This one does require a little bit more force, but you heard that little pop, we're done. From there, we're going to trail this thing to go down, and I'm contemplating whether to zip tie it now or zip tie it later. I'll pick now, and I'll deal with the consequences. Okay, zip tie that in there. Get your trusty snippers and cut this off. And from here, we're going to follow the trail all the way down, and I will cut it here. Lastly, get your goof plug and punch it in to put a cap at the end. We're going to go ahead and get our beehive, identify the zone. As you can see here, we successfully tapped into the bottom. The water will be coming down. From here, it will travel down, make its way up, and it makes its way all the way to the back. From here, the water will be trailing all the way to the end. We got water. We have 2 dogs. He was just adopted yesterday, and we have Cindy, keeping him company. Who's such a beautiful dog? Who's such a beautiful dog? Yeah, they're having a good time. And back here, I took the initiative on completing one last one, and as you can see here, everything is working well. And I'm glad I caught this. I forgot to tighten this up. Let me see if I can do this at the same time with one hand. No, I cannot. 1 second. Okay. It was just loose. Cool. Now give me some time, and I'm going to go ahead and continue. Alright guys, this is the finished result. We got the bed fully complete. Here's a better close-up. I'll drill one more here, but I did a little bit of a zip tie directly into the bed, and it kind of helps everything stay organized. As I mentioned, I'm going to do one more there, but for now, let's not oversee that. Here from the sides, You can see that everything's getting watered. Back here is a little bit of a close-up. I actually put 1 drip per box. It's not perfect, but once the plant gets established, I think we should be okay. You can kind of see here in the background the water coming in pretty well. And here in our strawberry and asparagus patch, everything seems to be pretty happy. Now, if you guys like what you see, don't forget to like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video. We're gonna go ahead and cover this up, as I'm pretty content. Put this back in place, and from here, I'll be tapping into the bed. And here's a current view of how the garden looks. And they actually have a really nice flower that I haven't seen before. Maybe more of you might know about this flower, but it looks so pretty. And we have some caterpillars in here. I am gonna make a solution for it, natural solution, since I've seen so many ladybugs everywhere in the garden. And that's why we won't be adding any pesticide. We're gonna go ahead and let some of these things die on their own. Sweet potatoes thriving. The asparagus going to flower, and eventually it turns into these little bulbs. I didn't know that. That's pretty fun. And back here is the random tomato that I put in there. I'll give you guys a little bit of a look and a little sneak peek. Close your eyes, you can't see all of it. Let's continue this way. And there it is. Asparagus and the sweet potato. It's trying to make its way anywhere. I'll show you a sneak peek back there.